why I just think the U.S. just wants money.
They
want.
do, and
It's
they
not
do.
for our safety. It's not because we're watching out for you guys, watching out for the country. They just want money.
Well, aside from that, I think they want to have that form of control.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome to Giggles and Chisme with me, Ligia,
and me, Jessica.
So this podcast is we're gonna be talking about stuff that is not getting talked about enough, and giving more information to people who don't know what's going on in the world, but you still don't understand what's going on because the news is really confusing.
I agree, and I am a girl, so I don't understand. I'm just a girl. I don't get an oil change till 2,000 miles past when I need to do it. So of course I don't understand the news.
Oh, Jessica, okay. Well, so the first episode we're going to be talking about is how TikTok is banned in the U.S.
Isn't that crazy? And you know what's crazy? Me and Liki were actually talking about this recently. She told me that it's not just banned in the U.S., it's banned in China. The literal country where it was created.
Yeah. Why? Like, it's also banned like India. I think the UK has it banned.
Insane.
Some countries already have it banned. Canada, like, only their government hasn't banned, but like users can still use it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the company that owns TikTok is ByteDance.
Yeah.
And it's in China. It's owned by China.
Isn't that insane? Isn't that absolutely wild? Anyways, what do you have for me about it?
Well, okay. Well, first of all,
what info
people are talking about a bill. People are talking about a bill that the House of Representatives passed. Mm-hmm. And like, do you know how a bill is passed? Do you know what a bill is? No.
I learned this in like 7th grade.
You know that clip that we saw. I'm just a bill. Yeah, I'm only a bill. You know that one?
That was like forever ago, but yes, it has to go through like
this is where I got my information from.
Oh my god.
For real. Okay. So yeah, it starts a bill and Congress have to support it. Obviously, they talk about it and then they write the bill and it gets sent. And then after it gets sent, it goes to the House of Representatives.
Yeah.
And then they have to pass it. And it takes a while.
Yeah.
Then it goes to Senate. And then it goes to the president to sign it.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. This bill is to give the owner of TikTok, I think 6 months to give the whole TikTok to the U.S.
Well, not all of it. I think he just has to have less than 20% of it, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah,
like
he can't own the majority.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So just to share the assets to the U.S. And it's because the U.S. says it's for our safety, so that they can control what we're seeing, because they are scared that China's like spying through us on TikTok.
That's crazy. I didn't know that watching Nara Smith on TikTok would be influencing my way of viewing the government. But okay.
No, but if you think about it, like TikTok is it's a platform for like people to like share so much stuff, which I enjoyed TikTok for that reason. Because on Instagram, like,
it's very unfiltered. Instagram and Twitter and even Facebook, they're very like monitored, you know. So a lot of the information that's shared there, I think it gets reviewed or something.
Yeah.
And after a certain time, or if enough people report it, it eventually gets taken down, which is the same case with TikTok.
Yeah.
But I feel like these platforms are like much more filtered than TikTok is. Like X, I guess it's owned by Elon Musk, right? Yeah. So he can pretty much choose who he bans.
Yeah.
On X, he'll be like, you know what? I don't like this person. I don't like how they're speaking of whatever, you know, and he can ban them. Whereas like TikTok, there's a lot more freedom of expression on TikTok than there is in a lot of other platforms, is what I've noticed.
Which is like one of the First Amendment that people are arguing about.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're taking our rights away, like freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Freedom of like expression and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I agree, because I get why the government would be like, oh my god, China's trying to control what, you know, is being fed to
like
you know, Americans. Exactly. And so I get that, but at the end of the day, we shouldn't be so restricted. It's starting to feel like, what is it, a dystopian society where it's like what these people are being like fed, and the information they're able to get is being monitored.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we don't want it to be against our government, you know, like,
yeah. I mean, they just wanted to make it a law to ban TikTok if, you know, like the CEO says like, no, we're not giving you any of our like our assets or anything. They're gonna ban TikTok, and Biden has expressed that he'll sign it.
yeah, he
Once
won't,
it
yeah,
gets to him, he'll sign it.
he
Which
says
will,
if it gets to him,
uh-huh.
he'll sign it.
And so like TikTok might be banned. I don't think so, to be honest. It's hard for me to believe because TikTok, I'm sorry, this world now is like so like into internet,
Yeah,
addicted to TikTok. Like,
no, yeah,
I think people are gonna go crazy without TikTok.
I agree.
Like,
I agree.
people went crazy for alcohol. Look how that turned out.
Prohibition. I agree, especially because it's become such a huge platform,
Yeah.
especially in 2020 when,
Mhm.
you know, COVID was a thing.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people got on TikTok
Mhm.
and started, you know, making money off of it. They started, you know, a lot of influencers came out of COVID.
Yeah.
If you think about it, like, a lot of the influencers we know today are because COVID.
Literally.
Because nobody had time to do anything but sit at home and watch this, you know?
Mhm.
And so a lot of people that, you know, grew to love the influencers then still love and watch them now.
Yeah.
So what happens to those people?
Well,
And then let's not forget about TikTok Shop that just became a thing
yeah.
a few months
It
ago.
helps so many companies.
And aside from helping a bunch of companies, the people that like support these businesses and advertise for them are making money. They're getting commission off of,
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
supporting and reviewing the products.
Yeah.
So what happens then?
That's why I just think the U.S. just wants money.
They,
That's literally
they
all they
do,
want.
and they
It's
do.
not for our safety. It's not because, oh, we're watching out for you guys, watching out for the country. They just want money.
Well, aside from that, I think they want to have that form of control.
Yeah.
They want that control over us. Aside
Mhm.
from it being, you know, money related, because obviously, you know, if we weren't like $1 trillion in debt, then maybe
Mhm.
this wouldn't be as big of an issue.
We're
Like trillions and
the
trillions
economy of
in
the
debt.
U.S. is like really bad.
Yeah, it's terrible. And so I could see why. But at the
Yeah.
same time, it's going to upset a lot of people. And if it, you know, inevitably gets banned,
Mhm.
what's going to happen to the people that make their money off of that, that
Yeah.
make a living? Like, these influencers are going to have to like get a job.
Literally, I mean, now they're making more money since that bill was passed.
Yeah.
Like an influencer on TikTok, she said like she's making more money now on TikTok because, like, I don't know, I guess TikTok is trying to like show something like we're gonna pay our people more so that they keep posting, they keep generating money for the app, showing that like we don't need the US, like, we don't need you guys.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like it's so different, it's a different world because people who are making money as influencers, like I bet their parents are like, that's fake, that's a scam, like you're gonna lose money.
I bet, yeah. And there's a lot of influencers, you know, that came out of Instagram, but just TikTok, I feel like, has become the main platform
Yeah.
in like recent months, years,
Mhm.
etc. So I don't know. I sit here and I think about it. I'm like, can you imagine an influencer working at a McDonald's?
Hey, no shame, no shame, because I love work. I don't know why people are embarrassed to work at food places.
I'm not. I worked at a Denny's for
I
3 years.
loved working. I used to work at Cafe Rio, and I love working there because you get free food.
I hated Denny's. Please don't go to Denny's. I hate it. No, just kidding.
You don't sponsor us.
I'm like, watching this, you're a bitch.
Stop. Well,
Yep.
anyways.
Just
So,
kidding.
but it's like, no, there are people that are embarrassed to
No.
work at In-N-Out or
No,
stuff
yeah.
like that.
And
like,
you know
why are
what?
you embarrassed?
In-N-Out actually pays pretty good in comparison to
I
other
know,
fast food
but they're
places.
embarrassed for like people to see them there, like
Yeah.
their friends and stuff. I'm like, why? You could hook them up with free food. Everybody loves you. Like,
I would see Likia there and I'd be like,
I'm
oh, this girl works at Cafe
I'm
Rio.
like, hey, I'm like working. I look, I miss it. I miss it there.
I was
It was
like,
fun.
oh, she works at Cafe Rio. Oh,
You
nah,
got free
just
food.
kidding.
Shut up.
No, but it's crazy because these people are gonna have to go out and get real jobs, and like when you do have experience as an influencer, like what more can you do than be like a salesperson?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Because a lot of influencers, they have that personality to be salespeople, to be like, buy this product, because that's what influencers are. They influence you.
There are lots of sales positions though, like
there are, but they're
so
not easy,
no,
which
they're
is
not
why they're
easy.
open.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a lot easier to like be a salesperson in a video.
Yeah.
You don't got nobody yelling at you.
No, literally, because like my sister has done sales jobs, like those summer sales jobs that lots of people go to, like door to door.
Yeah.
And she wanted me to go with her, but I was like, I just can't do that for a whole day.
Your sister's always dragging you into pyramid schemes.
Shut
Let
up.
me tell you this,
Nah, but
girl.
no, like
has
you just
been dragged.
knock door to door, and I can't do that. I can't do that. That's I had to do that for a fundraiser for my volleyball team when I played volleyball in high school. And you know how much people reject me just because I was selling like chocolate bars or something. They're like, no, they just shut the door at me. And I'm like, that hurts my self esteem. I'm just like, you want to buy chocolate? Like,
I would say yes to chocolates, dude. Whenever anybody came out with the world's finest chocolate,
yeah,
right? I love those.
bruh, me too.
If any of you need help, let me know. I'll put it in the comments. Link it.
The milk chocolate and like the caramel one was my favorite.
I like the wafer one.
Oh, I didn't have a wafer one.
That's newer. They didn't have it when me and you were in high school.
Oh, that's probably why.
They have it now.
Dang.
But anyways, not to go off on a tangent, but yeah, isn't that crazy? I don't know. What do you think? What is your take on it? Do you think it'll pass?
No.
I think it might.
Well, so we'll find out in 6 months.
What stage is it at right now?
So it passed Congress. It passed. I think it did pass the House of Representatives.
No way.
So we're just waiting. But again, they have a 6-month window for TikTok to be like, okay, fine, here. And if that 6-month window like closes, that's when they'll pass it as a law. So we'll find out in 6 months in September.
Is that 1 6
Because it happened in March. So in September.
No, August.
No, September.
August.
April, May, June, July, August, September.
Oh yeah, huh? Wait, was it towards the beginning or the end?
But no, yeah. So we'll find out in September if TikTok is banned. If it is, low-key will be good for me, so I stay off my phone. But
yeah, I don't know. TikTok's been kind of boring as of recently. I don't know if anybody's experienced.
My For You page.
The algorithm
sucks.
is horrid.
This is why I don't like anything, because if I like something, it's just gonna repeat a video exactly like that, like 5 times. So I'm like, sorry, I'm not a hater. Love your videos or whatever. But I have to really, really, really enjoy and love the video for me to like it.
See, I was like that before, but now I see anything that's stupid and I'm like, I get click happy.
Do you want to be an influencer?
No, that sounds horrible.
You don't want to. I want to be an influencer.
I don't even want to be on video right now. Like, if I'm being really honest.
No, because TikTok's weird. TikTok's funny. Like, when that TikTok video of me and Nova went viral out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I was so confused because I honestly did not make that video thinking it was going to go viral or anything. And then I'm on Thanksgiving dinner. My phone's like boom, 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 like buzzing off.
She was like, "What is going on?"
I'm like, "What's going on?" And then I see him like, "What?" And I'll probably like put the link. You can see Nova. Nova got me famous just for like one day, and it's just a dumb video, just a random video, and it just went viral.
Just 5 seconds of fame.
Yeah. And it's like, oh my god, like I could just see more people, like even people in like in our city posting more, like they want to be influencers, and like because they see like, oh, other people can do it, I can do it, and they're just doing it more. And you never want to do that?
No.
Okay.
She's like,
I'm like, was making videos is fun, in my opinion.
To you, because you're like photogenic. No, no, I'm kidding. But no, it's just I don't know how I would feel about having my life on display.
I get that, but also it's like, because I would make some videos like about my trip, like in Peru or something.
Yeah.
Like vlogs.
I don't want
It's
people to
a
know what I
lot,
did in Mexico. There's a reason I'm in Mexico.
but it's
That-
cool. But it's a lot of work. Like
yeah.
it's so much work, and
How
I
many
kind of
how
like give
many
up.
likes do your videos get?
Some of them got like 5,000. Okay,
Yeah.
views.
Oh.
But I don't know. I guess I would want to, but I also wouldn't want to, because
Mhm.
like again, like if you want a professional career or anything, and your whole life is on social media, that can affect you.
It'll like they can easily track that back to you.
And not just that
trace,
they're like,
trace that
oh,
back to
you're
you. But
this kind of person. We don't want you
yeah,
to work for our company.
yeah, exactly.
And that's what scares me.
Yeah, that scares me too.
And also, but at the same time, I'm just like, if
Even
it's a joke, it's a
yeah.
joke.
Well,
Like,
even some of the things that I get tagged in on Facebook, I had to turn off my tags. Bro, me
too. And it's not just because of the company, it's because of my parents. I did not want them to see what I was doing.
No, because I have like coworkers on Facebook.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, or like just random people. Because at one point in my life, I just was like accepting all the friend requests.
Bruh, me.
I don't even.
I was like, we have some mutual friends.
I was like, oh, okay, they're friends with Christian. Accept. Or they're friends with Leah. Accept.
No, literally.
No, and it got bad. Like I kept doing it, so I was like, oh my god. So I just have a bunch of random strangers on there.
Me too, but I look, was started removing people.
I did that once, and I got lazy because then I'm like, I'm hardly on Facebook, but like Christian's mom will like tag me and stuff. Yeah. And sometimes I'm like, I don't need my coworkers seeing that remove tag.
Oh. No, yeah, I get that. My thing was for my parents, because they would stalk me and be like, why are you tagging this? And I'm just like, it's a joke. It's not that deep.
You're like, for legal reasons, that's a joke, Dad.
No, yeah, for real.
Oh my god. So before I left to Mexico, there was this post on Facebook going around, and it was en una relación con Natanael Cano. And I shared it. Yeah. You know, and it like shows like as a status update, like you're in a relationship, because I thought it was funny. And and so I shared it, and the next day my dad's like, you have a boyfriend? Why did you have a boyfriend? And I lost it. I started cracking up. I thought it was so funny. He's like, why are you laughing? And I was like, I'm like, do you know who he is? He's like, no, because you never talked about it.
Oh my god. Your dad went crazy? I can't imagine that.
Well, because he likes to know who I'm dating. Like he doesn't care, right? Yeah. But he wants me to tell me that if I am dating somebody, like he wants to know who was with. Like he doesn't just want to go on Facebook and like find out. He wants me to tell him like, oh that. Dad, I'm hanging out with this boy. Like you know, if it's right now. The cat, no. No, but yeah, he like flipped.
Well, I have a question for you. Since you said you didn't want to be an influencer, why are you doing a podcast?
Because I feel like this is very different.
It's different, huh?
Yeah, it's different.
Even though, like, I was thinking,
well, my life isn't on display. Like, like I could be so selective about what I talk about here.
And literally, like, I know people might say, like, oh, they're doing a podcast because everyone's doing a podcast.
Obviously, I'm just kidding.
In my defense, I wanted to start this podcast a long time ago.
Me and her actually came up with this idea.
Yeah.
We'd hang out and we'd say things and we'd be like, yo.
Like, why are we getting recorded right now? Yeah. Because, like, it's just a conversation that, like, I think people, I don't know.
Like,
I like podcasts.
It's interesting.
And I think more people are liking podcasts more, in my opinion, because I just keep seeing, like, people more engaged in podcasts. Because before, I'll be honest.
We're getting old. Yeah. And we need something to listen to at
our
9 to 5.
If you're at work, forgot to say it in the beginning in the video, but if you're at work or driving, be sure to subscribe and leave any comments of what you think of the podcast.
Follow for updates. No, I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, I would love like feedback from other people. No, like in the sense of, oh, I want you to talk about this. I want you to talk about that, you know? Like stuff like that, because I'm gonna be real honest. I don't follow the news. It is so confusing for me. I will sit there and I'll literally be like,
Yeah.
deer in the headlights. I'm just confused
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of the things are targeted, like in the news, are targeted for older people.
Yeah.
If you think about it, it's like old people. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'll follow the news every now and then if it's like something crazy, but I won't go super in depth with it because I'm lazy and I hate research.
Well, for me, it's like I I don't follow the news, but
Yeah.
like I see stories like
Yeah,
and
me
I
too.
read them, kind of like a big just skimming over them and everything. But like that's why I kind of like started this too, because I also want to talk about like stuff that's going on in the world that a
Hmm.
lot of people just want to ignore, and it's kind of sad. Like,
Yeah.
but it's not just gonna be sad stories. It's gonna be some sad, some like serious, and some like fun. But like
But
just a
mostly
mix
just
of everything.
informative
Yeah.
too is what I want, because I know when I hear something about the news, I don't want the fluff. I just want, I want like straight to the point.
Literally.
Like how they use like big words and you're like, okay, what does that mean? Like I
Literally.
want it shortened, quick and to the point. Like
Uh-huh.
when I asked you, oh, like, what's the whole thing with like Israel and Starbucks? I need something like that. Somebody to just tell me,
No,
okay, point
yeah.
one, point two, this is it.
And that will be another episode because that whole thing, so much
There's still so much going
news going
on with
on.
that, and it's so sad and tragic,
Yeah.
and it just, oh my god, it breaks my heart because a lot of these people are innocent and are
Mm-hmm.
just caught in the crossfire
Yeah.
of other people that are just terrible and have really bad goals set. And
Yeah.
it's just so sad. It reminds me of like World War II, which is honestly, again, horrible, tragic, just innocents dying by the
Mm-hmm.
thousands. It's anyways, but we're gonna talk about that another
Another, we're
time.
gonna dedicate a whole episode to that because that one's deep. That
That
one
one,
goes
I
so
think,
deep.
yeah, I think that one goes a lot deeper than what's even at the surface level and what's
Yeah.
talked about in the media, because
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot that's also skipped over.
Yeah, literally, and that's
Because
why like
people are taking sides.
and yeah, that's the thing for me. I was just so confused,
I
but
was
like
confused about it too, but
yeah,
but the more I've like seen and heard about it, it's like this isn't about taking sides. It's about innocent people,
yeah,
because at the end of the day, there's innocent people on both sides.
and it's not just that. Like again, the U.S. is only like giving us certain information that they want us to know.
Exactly.
Because what happened to the Russian-Ukraine war? What's going on there?
I don't even know what's going
That's
on
the
there.
thing.
I
It's like
never heard anything about it again, and I only heard from it when it started and didn't hear anything after
yeah, and
that.
so like so much people don't know what's going on, and that's why like we just want to inform people what's
Yeah.
going on, and yeah, maybe give our opinions on it because like
Well,
everybody has an opinion.
aside from that, people are saying pre-World War III.
What?
You
I
haven't
have
seen
not
it?
seen that.
Yes, it was trending the other day.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
No, I fear because I watched this movie yesterday
Yeah.
called Civil War.
Oh my god.
I'm obsessed, and here's the thing: I'm scared for my kids and their kids. I'm honestly scared for myself too. We might. I'm scared we're gonna have a civil war
Yeah.
because I saw this film. Crap, I forgot the name. The Obamas
Hmm.
produced it.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix. Um, it's about like again how the government put money towards military and it caused civil war because the economy got so bad in the US that they had to like pretty much break it down from zero
Oh my
and build it back
god.
up again. So a way to break it back down to zero was to have a civil war, and it's us fighting each other, like you and me.
I don't want to fight you, friend. You're scary.
No, like,
I'm just kidding.
and that
No, but I
movie
know.
was like, so that movie Civil War was like perspective of press. Did you? So have you ever thought about like in war pictures,
Hmm.
how who's taking the pictures,
Yeah.
like
I
what's
have.
going on with
I
them?
literally sat there and I'm like, oh my god, who captured this bomb blowing up?
Bruh, literally. And but I never thought of that. I was like, oh, it's
Yeah.
just a picture. So like that's what this whole movie was kind of about. It was
Yeah.
showing these people in the press taking pictures, all the things they've seen and how they're taking pictures during the war, during
Yeah.
the Civil War. I wish that movie went into deeper like as to why there was a Civil War.
To begin with, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm just like I just want to know why. Because when you watch that film on Netflix, it's called leave the world behind. That's that's what it's called. If you have a Netflix account, watch it. It's produced by the Obamas. And I quote, Michelle Obama went on a podcast and she's like, I know so many things that it scares me. She said that on a podcast. And so I'm just like, when they're producing a movie, it could be like, oh, coincidence. But I'm just like, I don't know. They know a lot of things.
They do. They were.
So I'm just like, maybe
president.
they're trying to like.
I'm like, sorry, one of them was a president.
Yeah, and the first woman, like, they know so much things, and it's like, it's scary. Like, what if we do go into a civil war? Because there was a civil war.
Yeah.
Years ago.
It's not like it's impossible. Yeah. No, I agree. And I think and at the end of the day, it's really because people have split opinions. Nobody can agree on, one set thing. And people fight about it. There's a lot of division.
Yeah, like I think there's the most separation the United States has been in a long time.
And I agree. I try to say, I'm like, I'm in the middle. I'm like, don't get me involved. I'm not gonna, I'm like, don't come for me, but I'm not voting this year.
I'm gonna come for
I'm like, don't come for me, but I'm not voting this year.
But it's probably because you're not informative about it. Because so much people like our age aren't informed about the election.
There's a bunch of old white men running. I relate to none of the candidates, Leah. Well, none of them.
Okay, I'm sorry, but like, so far, what I'm reading, what I'm seeing,
we need to get some young people in office.
Like Robert F. Kennedy.
Robert F. Kennedy? That's who you're going for? I don't know. He seems a little cuckoo.
I like his point of view.
Yeah.
He's running as independent.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I did see that.
It's hard. It sucks to say, but I don't think he will be president.
That's what I'm saying. Is like, you can't really go for an independent because not enough people are gonna vote for an independent for him to actually have a chance. Does that make sense?
No, but actually, he's actually head to head with Trump and Biden.
Is he? Wow.
But here's the thing, because since Trump and Biden, like since then, like people are like, oh no, I'm gonna be independent because I don't like Republican.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like what Biden's doing with the Democratic. So like, I'm gonna be independent. So I think that's why, like, Robert F. Kennedy, again, if you like hear him out of what he says, I can see why he's running independent, because he's not fully Republican or fully Democratic. He's in the middle. Yeah. And since his uncle was the president, he like saw that firsthand. Yeah. Which I think like kind of helps him, like,
and it kind of contributes to his ideology now.
Yeah, and that helps his campaign.
I agree.
And I'm not saying who I'm voting for exactly, but I am liking.
I'm voting for Trump. No, just kidding.
Latinos for Trump.
Latinos for Trump. No, just kidding.
Just kidding, guys.
This is not a Latinos for Trump podcast.
No, it's all jokes.
It's all jokes. No, I can see why he might be head to head. But at the end of the day, when it comes to people like voting, I don't know. I don't know of an independent party winning.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing that sucks. But maybe.
Yeah.
If enough people vote, maybe another person that we don't want won't get president.
But
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
you know why Kanye West ran when Trump won?
Why?
It was so Trump would win. That's why Kanye West ran.
Oh, so people would vote for him and votes would be wasted. That makes sense. See, and that's what's scary is that, like, what if you do vote for this guy, but not a lot of other people do, and he kind of just falls off? Then at that point, your vote is wasted.
Yeah, but then here's the thing: we gotta do more research on this, because like everybody says, it's the electoral college that votes the president. Like, our vote doesn't really matter, because our votes is just for that state, and that state decides who they vote for.
Yeah.
So again, it's like, I could see why people are like, what's the point of voting if the people in Utah, in that house, in the Capitol, actually, at the end of the day, they decide.
Yeah.
Because like, I really want to sit down with them and like be like, do you guys really look at every single vote and like consider what the people want?
I'm like, no.
Because Utah's been a red state for how long?
For forever.
Yeah. And like,
it has. Yeah.
It's crazy to me. I think Florida,
but it's state, right? I think so.
And there's so many like I don't know, there's so many people that are like, no, like we have a democratic view on it, not a Republican view.
Well, it's what messes us up here is the like little rural areas across Utah.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, what place is like the most like democratic here? Salt Lake City.
Oh
It's a
yeah.
city. Everybody here is
The valley.
liberal. Yeah, exactly. Everybody here is liberal.
Mhm.
Go to St. George. Let me know what they say about abortion. Let me know what they say
But
about
there's more
the
people
immigration.
in Salt Lake.
Yeah.
And I bet there's a lot of people who aren't voting.
No.
And that's why it's
sure.
like people need to get educated as to why their vote is important. But again, like each to their own. I think you should vote because there's a lot of people in this country that wish they can vote, but they can't.
No, and I agree. But I also, I mean, at the end of the day, I guess even if I vote for an independent or don't vote at all, like my vote will likely be wasted.
Yeah, I can see that, but the president election's coming this year.
I'm scared.
I know. I wonder. I don't know. I don't know who's gonna win. I don't know.
I feel like whoever wins is gonna cause a mess, though. I don't know. I'm not looking forward to the elections like at all this year.
Well, supposedly during the elections, interest rates go down.
Oh wait.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, not a lot, but they go down. Gas hopefully goes down because gas raised again.
Yeah, it was at like $5 when I left to Mexico, and when I came back from Mexico, it was like $2. Back to like
Almost
$2 or $3.
Literally, almost back to the good old days.
It really was. Do you remember that? Because I left in like November, came back like mid-December ish.
It was close
and
to
it was
3.
back. Yeah,
It was like 2 something. It was closer to 3.
it was like 270.
But like,
something.
if it's like girl math, if it's like $2.99, it's still like $2 in our head.
Yeah, it's $2.
And I
It's
miss
girl
those
math.
days, bro. I literally flipped my car, almost $50.
Mine was like when it was high, when it was like up there, it was like almost 60.
I just rolled it up like yesterday, and it was almost $50. I'm like, bro, why are the gas prices going up again?
Yeah, I filled it up the other day, and it was almost 52. I was like, what the heck?
No, literally, and I'm just like,
I try not to look at gas prices though. Like I told my mom this, I'm like, what am I gonna do? Walk? Take the bus?
that's what my mom
Public
says.
transportation?
She's like,
because she's like, gas is so expensive. Who else told me that? Gas is so expensive? I was like, I don't even pay attention to gas prices.
yeah.
I'm like, what am I gonna do? Take my bike?
Well, here's what I do.
What am I gonna? People are like, oh, go to the cheaper gas station. I'm getting Chevron. It is Chevron till I die.
But hear me out. I go to Chevron or Exxon. I like Exxon too.
Yeah, Exxon's really close to your house though.
No, but here's the thing. If you go in different cities, it's low-key cheaper.
Yeah.
Like if you go up north. So right now we're in Utah, and like in Salt Lake.
Don't tell them where we live. I'm just kidding.
Past Salt Lake.
Yeah.
It's cheaper there.
Oh, no way, really?
Yeah, not by a lot, but it's cheaper, which makes a difference.
Yeah, girlie, I'm not going.
When I'm up there, I'm like filling up. I'm like,
I'm not going to Bountiful, Farmington, Kaysville for gas.
So
I'm good.
Let's hope
I'll stick to Sandy.
Prices get better. The economy sucks right now.
It does. It's horrid. And then housing is also going up. Shut up. You live in 1 point, what is it? 1.2.
Shut up. No, but
$1.2 million home.
But think about it. Could the houses like raising in price in a way like I can see like it's affecting a lot of people.
This is horrible. It's because of the Californians.
Oh
They're selling their homes over there and overpaying for homes here, raising the rates here.
The homeless problem is so bad
in Salt Lake City.
Like
that's where I've seen it.
My mom has had an experience. So she works in a pizzeria, and she was working there, and a homeless man comes, and he just sits down on the bench. In this pizzeria, there's no tables. It's like you order, get the pizza, and leave. Like we don't even bake it there.
It's Papa's.
She
said, "We live in Utah,"
and because I don't know if I can disclose the name, but
you're sponsoring your business. You're promoting your business.
It's a franchise. I don't want to support other businesses.
Go to the one in Rose Park. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, go to the one to Rose Park because I actually had a piece because I stopped eating pizza because we ate pizza for a whole year and I was like done. I actually had a pizza yesterday. It was actually pretty good. I was like, wow, I didn't realize it's pretty good pizza.
No,
But
she was.
anyways,
She was bringing pizzas over every
literally,
week.
I was like,
When my
bruh.
cousin lived next door, you were bringing
I was
pizzas
like,
over
here.
every week. I remember you'd be like, "Hey, do you want pizza?" I walk in, burnt ass crust.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
Because we don't cook them. We don't cook them. You guys cook them.
No, I know, but one time you went and baked them, and you're like, "Yeah, I left it a little too long in the oven. Here's a slice." Clank, like
Oh, it wasn't
smack.
burnt. I've never burnt pizza. You're a
Liar,
liar. I like mine
liar.
brown. I like
L-
mine brown. People like theirs, like,
You're like, it's crispy. Clink.
no, I like it
It literally
crispy.
sounded like
I
silverware
like
on a
it
plate.
crunchy.
It's just,
But no, like, so the guy comes in, and my mom just treated him like a normal customer.
yeah.
And she's like, oh, like, is there anything I can help you with? And he doesn't respond. And then
Mhm.
she's like, oh, like, sir, like, are you gonna order? Like, do you want to order something? How can I help you? He's like, I just want to sit here. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, like, you can't like just sit here, and like, and I get why. It sucks. I'm just like, he just wants to sit inside. Like, I get it,
Mhm.
but it's like, it's a business. At the end of the day, it's a business,
It really is.
and there is no space. There's literally just a bench that probably fits two people. And what if
Mhm.
there's customers? You
Yeah.
know, and so he gets so mad. He like hits the wall and yells and swears at her, and like says like, I think he called her a B word.
And I would have been like, and that's why you're homeless. No, just kidding.
And
I'm
then he
kidding.
just
No, that's
leaves, and I'm just like, Mom, that's so scary. Like, that's so scary. And literally behind the store, it's like a small mall. So there's
yeah,
other stores too. There's like
like a strip mall.
you could just see like a lot of homeless people just back there, like all huddled up.
Oh,
And
that's
it's
so
low key
sad.
scary because like there's people who are younger that work in those different shops.
Mhm.
So near at night, like
It's
it's
sad and it's
scary.
scary.
And it's just, it sucks. It really sucks. And like, and I feel for them, but it's like, don't be rude. Don't be calling my mom a B word.
Yeah. She said, moral of the story: don't call my mom a B
Yeah,
word.
don't be rude, cause like,
No, I'm just kidding. This actually reminds me. So one time, one of my exes, he told me that he saw, or no, not him, but his mom saw like a homeless person like
yeah.
asking for money on the streets,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like, "Do you need money? Do you like really need money?" He's like, "Yes, I need money." She's like, "Okay, you see that taco truck over there? They're hiring over there. Just go tell them you're looking for a job." And he got mad, started cussing her out. She was like, "Oh, roll her window back."
Oh my god. No, okay. Hate me if you want, but I'm sorry. If you were born here, just go work at McDonald's or go find a job. Because you're born here. It's
Yeah.
easier to find a job if you're born here.
Well, there's a lot of people. So, at the company I work at, I'm not gonna say names because this is illegal, but they don't do e-verify. You know, I don't know if you're familiar with like
A little
e-verify,
bit.
but basically it goes through and it verifies your like legal status. So if you
Mhm.
provided a social security number, it would verify that. If you
Oh,
provided
yeah.
like a permanent resident card, it would basically verify that
Mhm.
you are a legal resident. Our company is too small, so the payroll company we use, they don't use e-verify on us
Yeah.
because our company's small. And and if our company got any bigger, then they would have to use
Mhm.
e-verify, but they don't. So a lot of people, like a lot of South Americans and Mexicans and like Central Americans, have as of recently started working there,
Mhm.
and they use fakes.
Yeah.
That like their identification isn't real, and it just makes me think it's like these people are going out of their way, paying hundreds of dollars to get these fake identification cards just so they can work.
Yeah.
And one that is born with that and it has the privilege
Mhm.
to do that, they don't.
Yeah.
You already have that. You don't have to go out of your way to find a fake name, a fake social, a fake, like, none of that.
Mhm.
Whereas these people do. These
Yeah.
people don't have it, aside from coming from a whole other country that doesn't speak the language.
Mhm.
They don't speak the language when they get here. They have to figure it out.
Yeah. And they
And
make ends meet.
exactly to make ends meet, they literally have to jump through all these hoops that,
Pay so much more fees.
well, aside from that, like these hoops that the government has placed
Yeah.
on these people, because at the end of the day, what what do you lose in letting illegal immigrants work here?
Mm-hmm.
That's more tax money for you. There's more tax money for you, America. What are you doing? What are you doing? No, but like there's these people that jump through all these hoops to be able to feed their families, to be able to feed themselves,
Yeah.
and make a living. And Americans are born here. They have all of those things, and there's people that choose not to. And it's just, and I know it's it's obviously a case by case thing.
Yeah, because I want to hear another person's perspective.
I do.
Defending them, because if you're one of that people, you can come on, and we want to hear you out. But it's really hard for me to like understand and be like, you can go. I'm serious.
Yeah.
You can go to McDonald's or so many McDonald's looking to hire. And just start. Like, I know it sucks. The pay is probably not what you plan for
but
in
you
your
don't
life.
exactly. You're not gonna start as a CEO.
Yeah, but at least even if it's $10 an hour, it's something than just standing waiting for someone to give you money. Like, it's something, and it's a paycheck at the end of the day. I know people, because my sister told me, it's like, well, they don't have bank accounts. How are they supposed to take their money? But I'm like,
are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Okay, you can get a paycheck and just cash it in.
No, no. You know what? A lot of people actually don't talk about is a lot of businesses use pay cards.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to have a bank account. A lot of the people that I work with, they don't have bank accounts because their the identification they're using isn't the same as their bank account information. So they use pay cards. So it's not just checks or bank accounts. It's like, and that's a thing that a lot of people don't understand when they defend people that are unemployed or homeless or whatever. They're like, oh yeah, how are they gonna cash their checks? A lot of workplaces use pay cards. A lot of places use pay cards. You can cash a check, you just have to pay a fee if you don't have a bank account with them. Also, how hard is it to just set up a checking account?
And that's why, like, again, that's why I can see why people think this country is great, even though this country right now has a lot of flaws. But there's so many job opportunities.
Do you know, as of recently, a lot of Mexicans are actually starting to go back to Mexico.
A lot of people are going to Canada, Mexico, Europe. A lot of people are
anywhere but
and
it sucks because at least when my parents came here, they came here for a better future. And the other day, my mom was talking about how her boyfriend wanted to go back to Mexico and retire already.
What, he does?
Yes, he does.
Well, I know there's.
And my mom was like, "I think when your brother turns 18, I think I want to retire too." And I was like, "Mom, what?" I'm like, "Wait, no, hold on." Aside from that, do you know how old my brother is?
Yeah,
he turned 16 in June.
So 2 years.
2 years.
No, it's not
I'm like, the umbilical cord to me hasn't been cut yet.
Dude, my mom even said this yesterday. She was like, I'm thinking about it. Like, I would consider buying an apartment by the beach in Peru to live there.
Honestly, period. Good for her.
And I'm like,
but you're like, what am I gonna do? Well,
no, I'm okay.
What would she do with the house? Would she leave it to like all 4 of you?
No, because she's planning when
5?
all of us move out because we're a big family. Okay, guys, so we were just talking about how people are now retiring in other countries. Our video got cut because of storage problems.
I just don't know why we couldn't use your phone.
Because you have a better camera.
Exactly. Beggars can't be choosers is the moral of the story.
Well, it recorded most of it. You guys didn't miss much. But we are going to go more detail into next week's episode about Mexico and about the U.S., their feud going on.
I feel like not just Mexico, but just like
other countries too.
Other countries as well.
And so,
but that is gonna be like one of the main ones, like Mexico, and then like tourist countries. Yeah,
And we're gonna touch base about O.J. Simpson.
O.J. Simpson coming up. That'll probably be in a couple of weeks here.
And so that's it for today's episode. Thank you for listening and watching. If you guys can subscribe, leave any comments. If you have any topics you want us to talk about, or you want to be sitting down with us and just to give your opinion and your knowledge about things going on in the world, just let us know. Watch out for video snippets on our social medias. Yes, we'll do a couple of video clips here and there. And then maybe eventually we'll start posting the full videos, but for now we'll do little clips.
But yeah, stay tuned. I'm so excited for next week.
Me too.
Can't wait to see you guys.
Yeah. Bye. Bye.